Okay, so I've done all the work, and I've arrived at what I think are good answers to the big questions that answer a lot of the questions that most churches don't get around to answering, or just simply don't answer, or have nice little pat, wonderful, well, you just got to have faith answers to the big questions. And there are tons of people who are serious, who understand logic and are reasonable, who, when they see what the church says and all the different churches are saying all those differences, they say, who needs that? In all my studies and what I've been doing is try to get to the basics. And that's what's on the God's Plan website, and that's in the writings that I've done. So I'm going to review briefly for you what's on the website and what we have for you. My original studies, I've shown you before, God's Plan for Your Success Basic Training, involves itself in 5 basic approaches. The primary center approach is God's plan for your success. Oh, by the way, I call this the double Mickey, and this is the single Mickey. Clever, right? Anyway, God's plan for your success is the basics, and you can get that as a download from the website, and it takes a little over an hour to read, and you'll have the basics. Christianity is a relationship between believers or human beings and God. And the keys to that relationship are prayer and Bible study. So there are basic training field manuals on prayer and Bible study. Okay, and those will help you develop your part of the relationship with Jesus Christ and God. But of course, God already has a complete, perfect relationship with you. And that's part of his job. But you need that kind of relationship with him. And the Bible explains, and I've reduced it to these things. But also in Christianity and in the biblical message, your relationship with other people and the Christian community is very important. And so the bottom here, the lower part of Double Mickey, talks about fellowship, which is the church's relationship with you, or the relationship of the Christian community to you. And then personal ministry is your relationship to the Christian community. The Christian community has stuff for you, and God has given you stuff for the Christian community. So these are the basics. And there's a free download called A Seeker's Guide, and it's free. You go to the website, go to the store, and get A Seeker's Guide, and that will give you an approach to all of that basic stuff. But then I began answering the big questions, going further and further in the studies, and I got here. And this book is the result of those answers. This is What Does the Holy Bible Really Say? And it poses and answers questions, 17 big questions, and gives you where the answers come from. And there are over 300 different biblical citations in this book, and they're there so you can go check my work. Because who am I? I'm just a guy who did some study. I'm not ordained by God or the church. I'm just a student. And this is my work. This is what I found. That's why all the passages. And then I'm working with Before the Beginning of Time, which is yet another approach to the creation and why God is doing what he's doing. Why did a G-rated God make an X-rated world? And on the website, what we do is reduce stuff down to their basics so that you don't have to spend 50 years to get to the beginning, as I have. You can do it more quickly, and you can check it with all the biblical citations. So that's the stuff that's on the website, and it's in the Sassy's and all the videos that are there, and you can do what you do and begin to do it in a more quickly fashion, in a faster fashion, what it took me 50 years to do. And so it's all there for you. If any of this has piqued your interest, and you have a friend you might want to share this with, go ahead and share it. It won't hurt. Maybe it would, but hey. And, oh, by the way, God has a plan for your success, and we're here to help you work it.